Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So today I'm finally getting around to doing this. I'm going to be discussing the plans and whatnot and future mods for this car, the 2004 Miata. First of all, apologies for this. Yeah, I've been working on the Corolla a little bit. I haven't made a video about it or anything, nothing like that, but I've been working with the intake manifold, replacing the gasket for the intake manifold, and hopefully trying to fix my lean running issue. That's a whole nother story. We're talking about this car now. So after driving for about a month-ish, I finally got some ideas in my head about what kind of mods I want to do. So I'm gonna start off by saying this. All of the mods that I plan to do are going to be strictly bolt-on, meaning that I can revert back to stock at any time I want. My reasoning for this isn't so like, oh, it's easier to sell or anything like that. I really do believe that I'm probably going to keep this car, if not for a really long time, forever. So, I don't know, I guess I kind of say that with all my cars. We'll just have to see. I think I really do believe, at least with all the cars I own so far, that I'll probably keep all of them around for quite a long time. I'm going to be sticking with bolt-ons because this is the kind of car that is really nice to drive stock. Modified examples, although they're super cool, there's just something about a stock Miata that it's just really nice to have a stock Miata. Also the fact that it's also the 5-speed version and manual Miatas get also because I have two really heavily modified cars. I consider the Corolla pretty heavily modified. It's gotten work to a lot of stuff. In the Subaru, there's no question it's heavily modified. But this is a stock car and it's perfectly stock. I like having it stock. Obviously, we've done a couple really small mods, including the door bushings. What else have we done? The fog lights. Enough chit chat about why I'm only doing bolt-on mods. Let's get into what those bolt-on mods are going to be. But I should start off by saying that my goals with this car are to have a streetable little car, but also something I can take to like a drift event every once in a while. Basically, I want to use this car to get into drifting, but I don't want to abuse it so much that it has to become strictly a drift car and it would be terrible as a street car. So that's why I'm doing bolt-on mods. So eventually I am going to not drift this anymore and I'm going to be using it purely for straight, and in which case I will want to revert some modifications that I will be installing for drifting. I just want to get that out there. Not a full drift build. I just want to do a light drift build with it. Get into drifting and then buy another car for drifting that I can really modify and destroy. I have a small list of things I want to, where's my pocket? There it is. Of things I want to install. It is a bit of a smaller list just because I want to keep it as a street car, like I said. Number one is fixing the rust that has been completed. So, well, that's been mostly completed. I don't think it's fully done. I haven't gotten the car on jack stands to really look under the body of the car, but I've fixed the rust around the quarter panels anyway, so that's pretty much completely done. It's not completely rust free, but it's mostly rust free. So yeah, that's one plan that's already done. Repair and repaint the front and rear bumper. That's also been done. But it's not the right shade of silver, so I will make a video on painting the front and rear bumper like I did with the Corolla. Only I'm going to make the video better because as time goes on, improvement should be made. Why is this on here? Shut the f up. Why is this on here? Yellow fog light tint. I have blue fog. Actually, I have blue fog lights in here now, and I kind of want to show them off. Yeah, those are the fog lights. Love them or hate them, I like them. That's off the list now. Repair curb rash and wheels. And this is something that hasn't been done, I really want to do, because I really like these wheels and these 16-inch titanium gunmetal wheels. They're not as common as the regular 16s or 15s. Do the NBs come with 15s? I don't remember. These wheels, I don't think they're necessarily rare wheels, rare in air quotes. I don't think they're super rare, but they're not as common to come across. So I do want to fix them up and get them looking nice. New wheels are on the list, but that would be for like a drift use wheel. These would be really good for street tires. Although I do want to get better tires for these wheels after I get them fixed up, because and also another thing I need to do is get an alignment as well, tying into this, because the front tires have a bit too much negative camber, and so the inside of the tire is kind of wearing out a bit too quickly. So we need to get an alignment. Also, the steering wheel doesn't point straight when you drive, just like the Corolla, and it's basically in the exact same angle as well. It's probably about 5, 10, 15 degrees off of center, so that shouldn't be too difficult to repair. Touchscreen head unit, basically the exact same as the Corolla, if not a very similar model. I really like the head unit in the Corolla. It works really well. It has Apple CarPlay, and I have an iPhone for now. I don't know if I want another one, but anyway, that's a different conversation. But yeah, basically it's compatible with Apple CarPlay, has Bluetooth, you can connect all sorts of stuff. Overall, it's a really nice head unit. I do want to put one into the Miata. The only thing I don't like is that it seems as though the power antenna doesn't really connect anywhere, and you have to do some other wiring stuff to get that to work. So that would, I'd have to do a bit more research on this. So I won't be installing a new head unit for a little while until I get some research done about this installation. So until then, we'll just leave the stock head unit. I do want to replace it because it has some issues. Basically, when I put a CD in, it likes to keep jumping on the tracks, and it's not just the disc. It's also it's the head unit. It's kind of not working that great. Paint valve cover. Is that really something I really want to do? I don't know. We'll see. Repair the soft top. This is something that definitely is going to be done. I do also want to get a hard top for like drifting and stuff, but I won't be using the hard top all the time. Probably in summer I'll just leave it in storage, because in summertime it's drop top season, I guess. Also, yes, I know this video is bloody long for such a short list, but I do need to add something else. The reason why repairing the soft top was on my list is because I wanted to make it a bit more waterproof, so in case water gets in, it won't completely trash the car. Well, I haven't replaced the soft top yet, but it was outside, and it did rain, and it was a big rain, and I got a whole bunch of water inside the car, so now, oh my lord, I have to like take the seats out and take the carpet out and clean up all the water. It's a mess right now. So yeah, basically, I need to repair the soft top ASAP, otherwise that's gonna happen again, and then I'm gonna ruin the car, and it's gonna suck. Pretty much, next thing I'm doing is repairing the soft top, because, oh my god. I basically can't put the seats back in for another week, because I need to tear out the carpet and dry it, and then take water out of anywhere else that it got in the car. Just let's go back to the long but uninformational video. For suspension, I do want to get a set of coilovers. I know Fortunato has some really good Miata coilovers, so that's definitely something I'd look into. And also, talking about suspension mods, the front and rear sway bars, I'm probably going to swap those out for a bit larger diameter sway bars, just to stiffen up the car when it's cornering and whatnot. I have front and rear sway bars on the Corolla, and I have rear sway bars on the Subaru, and I can say they do make a hell of a lot of difference. Definitely a good mod, definitely something I do want to do to this car as well. But like I said, every mod needs some research. Now we move on to more engine stuff, making power, and also we should talk about brakes first, but you know, we'll talk about power first and then we'll talk about brakes, even though when I go to modify stuff, I'm going to do it the other way around. Some say that the noises that NA and supercharged Miatas make with an aftermarket exhaust is kind of garbage. I don't really know. I kind of have to just experience it for myself, come up with my own conclusion. But that's just what I've heard. But I will still probably do it anyway. For making power, I don't know. I don't think I really want to rebuild the engine with better internals. I think it'd be just fine the way it is now. But one thing that has been on my mind is a supercharger kit. Now, I don't know what style supercharger I want to go, but there are a couple companies that do make good superchargers for Miatas. So that would definitely be something that I'd look into. I kind of want to have a little bit of experience with all sorts of engines. Obviously the Corolla, for now anyway, is naturally aspirated. The Subaru's turbocharged, so why not have a supercharged car? I don't think there's anything else I need to talk about. I think I covered everything. There was one thing that came into my mind, but it's gone now. But yeah, basically, those are my current plans as of the 29th of August, 2019. Those are the current plans. Now, of course, I may change plans here and there. I may decide to do this rather than this, or install this rather than this, or go about, you know, modifying the car in a completely different way. That'll be, you know, something that just happens through a set of decisions. But this is my current mod plan list, and I'm just uploading this video just to keep you guys updated on what my plans are. I think that's going to be it for this video. There's one thing I do want to talk about, and that is these wheels back here. I don't know if you've noticed these or not. These are wheels I got from a junkyard, and I've restored them, and I'm thinking either to mount them on the Camry or sell them. I'm not sure which one. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead, leave a like, comment below, and subscribe. Tell me what you like about the mod list and what you dislike, what I should add or take away from the mod list. And yeah, that's pretty much it. See you in the next video. Goodbye.